Alright, we're back to continuing my Iron Man War Pigs campaign. I've turned down the music volume a bit. I don't feel too bad that the music was loud in the last couple episodes, because the music for the game I actually think is really good. But it can be a little bit loud, so it's turned down. Let's take a moment and take a look at the world that's been generated. I know I'm not going over everything like in that first video and so forth. I'll try to cover everything as I can. This is basically the world that's been generated. Each time you start a new game, it will generate the world differently. That's kind of why I made that comment in the first video about how it was weird that we got started over here and had to go across the bay, and you know, like, it would have been terrible if the game didn't have the, like, walk on water thing. You can't walk across the ocean, but like these little bays, it'll just let you cross. And that's good, because otherwise we would have gone all the way up around here and then back down here, and that would have been terrible. Now, we have some money, and we are in good standing with Hatland since we just finished a quest for them. And we can see that here. So, these are the houses in the game. There's Bartholin, House Bartholin. One heart, one way. That is their credo, motto, whatever. The House of Bartholin revolves around a religious cult that teaches compassion towards their own, but turned them zealous and unforgiving toward their foes. Generations ago, a large orc invasion pillaged and destroyed most of what belonged to the family, and it never fully recovered. Since then, the house started many a crusade and punitive expedition deep into orc lands, but never managed to drive the greenskins off for good. So they're one of the royal houses. House Gunbald. Yeah, these guys somehow don't impress me, with a big swan on your head. These guys look a little bit more, like, serious. Cutting causes growth. That's interesting. House Gunbald is hated by many, but feared by even more. A number of small and big uprisings have been put down with fire and sword, and the Gunbald henchmen are known to have eyes in every shady corner and ears in every wall. The family's ancestral home of Brunwald is swarming with armed guards, sniffing war dogs, and bulky mercenaries to protect their paranoid leaders. Sounds nice. House Somerwain. To live without a wish, concealed. Okay. I think these guys have the best one so far. Trading and haggling can be just as fierce as fighting a war, and the House of Somerwain is a true master of cunning bargains. Rumor has it that many a profitable deal made by House Somerwain is not only based on honest trading, but also bribery, extortion, and deception. The family resides in the pompous region capital of Homsgard, but despite their unmeasurable riches, they are known to be notoriously close-fisted. So they got these merchant-looking hats. These factions are randomly generated along with the world. There, I think, are kind of a set pool of descriptions, because some of these I've seen before. And then Hatland shows up here. Now, these aren't the only four. These three, since they're houses, will always show up in the game. And then as you make relations with just like regular neutral factions, like this one's neutral, then they'll be added to this list, and your standing with them will vary. And the better your standing, the better prices they give you, and yeah, basically that's it. The better prices you can get. And basically Hatland, a small fishing village made up of a few humble huts. So we're gonna go into Hatland again and just see, we're paused, and see what our standing can afford us. And, you know, I probably should have waited to buy those fish until after this, but it was a gamble I took. I thought maybe I'd be able to sell it for better. As you can see, stuff is still cheap. Yeah, slightly cheaper. But there's still nothing here I really want. Sorry, whoops, I meant to go to higher. And Vagabond, higher max fatigue, fishermen, they're just kind of, they got a fairly good background stat. I'm not going to hire anybody because they're just going to cost me money on the road, paying their daily wages, and we don't have a quest. There's no contract available here. We could take a boat. The price of taking a boat depends on how many men there are. I believe that's how it works, unless they've changed it. But I think I'm just going to walk. I think we're just going to walk back to that city we visited the first episode. So we'll leave, and that's all there is. Like it said, it's just a little tiny village, so off we go. And adventure awaits. Yeah, really? All the way up here? Is this where I really want to go? I'm probably going to get attacked while I'm not paying attention. And that's one good way of just dying really quickly. I almost want to just walk over here. You know? Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. Because I'm pretty sure I can sell that salt for a lot more money over here. So, here we go, swimming across the ocean. With practiced theatrics, Espen approaches you and lets loose a long tale of troubles and squabbles and empty bottles. The former beggar is down on his luck, apparently, and just needs a few extra crowns to get by. So, here's something interesting about the different backgrounds, is they have like random events that can pop up, and since this guy is the beggar, this is the beggar's event. Depending on what you choose, it may affect their stats, and I don't know which is better. I'm just gonna say, get back to work. You tell the beggar you'll cross his hands with a sword if he doesn't get back to work, whatever that means. The man shrugs and pretty much does as told. That was easier than expected. Okay. Here we are, swimming across the ocean. Again, I don't know what to think of that. Dusk. As long as we don't get there at night. Good. If you get there at night, everything's closed. So then you gotta camp and wait for daylight. There's a lot more people to hire here. There's the armorer. What else? Well, we came here looking for a contract and there is none, and that shouldn't surprise you. These citadels don't have contracts for, like, they don't have neutral contracts. Now what that means is there's neutral contracts like the one we picked up at the fishing village, and then there are family, those noble houses have contracts, and those are the only kind that I think show up here at these fortresses. So the first time you're playing this game, it doesn't really tell you that, but if you're set up in a situation where you're like, I need money, I need a contract, don't waste time going to the citadels, because you won't get a contract there until you have enough renown. Worth 70, cost 92, worth 35. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we will sell our salt though. That's not a bad one. And this linen tunic. Ooh, wow, that's... Now here's the interesting thing. Take a look. This male hauberk, it's being oversold for $12.58 because it's only worth $9.60. Let's go to the armorer though and see how much he's selling a male hauberk for. Well, if he is selling one. No, he's not. Typically the armorer will sell things even more expensive than at the market. So if you can find the same thing for sale at the market, you should get it at the market usually. As it is, I could afford some of this stuff, but then I'll be broke, and that would be entirely counterproductive. So, yeah. Not gonna do it. Tavern. Let's see who we can hire. These are all not too bad. This little thing here means they start at level 3, and you get to choose their level ups and everything, so it's not bad, but I don't know. It's... just need some cheap dudes. Caravan hand is not a bad background. Again, fishermen. Witch hunters are pretty fun because they have this bonus morale thing, and they have good archery skill. Yeah, they're fun. Militia are also good. This guy's expensive because his equipment is good. The billhook is not cheap. Like I said, the price is partly determined by what equipment they have, and it may even be affected by their perks. I think also their upkeep will be affected by perks too, especially if it's like really high. That probably means they have the greedy perk, which doubles their daily income, or their daily wages. Lars, Wolfram. Wolfram has some armor that's not too bad. Yeah, you know, let's go ahead and pick him up. Ooh, raiders these are so expensive. Okay, well, we need to go to a town. And let's also take a look. Okay, something I forgot to do last time is you can rearrange your guys into a form that, like, is optimal. And what I want to do is I want to have my spearmen on the ends. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Okay, yeah, I want my spearmen on the ends, and I want to be able to set up a spear wall. I wouldn't mind if I could get this guy to be a spearman as well. That would be best. And yeah, you can stay there, you can stay there. So let's go back to that market. Do they have a spear? They do. It's expensive though. This would be worth picking up. It's cheap. Yeah, well, we need to get the spear for sure. Let's just get a cheap spear and repair it. This is still expensive to buy. Okay, we're gonna take a risk. We are low on supplies. Thinking. I think we're gonna do it. We're just gonna go ahead and get that spear. We'll get that and repair it. And we need armor as well, because that one guy's armor broke. And I think I'm gonna sneeze again here in a sec. Before I do that though, let's... Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up the padded circle. Oh, war dogs would be nice as well. Yeah, we should probably be a little cautious about that though. I'd love to get that helmet too, but you know what? I'm just gonna have to wait. Oh, good. This guy's not bad at all. Yeah, resolve. I'll talk about resolve eventually, but for now, let's give you your spear, put on your knife, and let's see, this is 65, it's definitely better than this. We got this specifically to give to this guy. Whoops. There we go. And, excuse me for a sec. Okay. I do want to go ahead and get a cap. Okay, this isn't great, but get the Acton cap, just so he has something, and Wolfram can have it, and you can have the head scarf. Even though this is really good armor, 60, like I said, I want to keep this on my archer. Okay. Could make you an archer. Wait, which one was it? Who did I level? You are. Rupert the Merciless. Could make you an archer as well. Shall I? Kind of negates having made you a spearman, but I think I'll wait. Let's go. We need to find a town, and we need to get a contract. This is a big harbor city. This should have contracts. And if it doesn't, we are going to spend a lot of time walking around on the road, earning no money. Really hope my sneezes aren't very loud. Most of the time when I sneeze, it's really loud. Ruins. This is what happens when bandits come to town. Oh, and we could buy some amber here. It'll be expensive because cities are always expensive. And here we have 2 contracts. 2 potential contracts. Let's see what they are. Alfred the Guildmaster's got a map of a cemetery on his desk. Half the plot squares appear to have been filled in with ink. Every square you see there has been robbed. Every night they come, and every night I can't quite seem to catch them. I'm at my wit's end here, so I've decided to end this once and for all. I want you to go to that graveyard and kill every grave-robbing fool you see. Got it? Oh, let's... hang on a moment. Oh no! Oh, that's too bad. Damn. I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish, like, there was a way to just... I'll consider it, and then... I think you can if you accept and then don't agree to the haggle, but if you cancel in the beginning, it just goes away. So, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Like, that needs to be taken care of. That's another raw point for me with this game. Okay, got freed of Cobb Manhaven. Okay. Welcomes you, waving you in. Very well, now that you're here, would you please shut the door behind you? One of the man's guards pokes his head around the corner. You smile as you slowly shut him out. Turning around, you find Gottfried... whatever. I need something. It's, well, you don't need to know what it is. I need this something delivered to a fellow called Rinrik the Wise. He's waiting for it in Auenmark. It's important that it actually gets there, important enough for an armed escort, which is why I'm turning to you and your company. What say you, mercenary? How many crowns are we talking about? Rest assured that what I'm offering you now is a fine prize for your work. It's 100 crowns in advance and another 300 when the job's done. I'm pretty sure we'll do this, so I'm going to ask for more on completion. No, this might... Alright, fine. Let's try for more in advance. Okay. Wow, that's... I wonder if they made these guys a little bit more unwilling to bargain. I have no choice but to accept this offer, I'm afraid. See, now here, I'll need some time to think about this. If we select this, I'm going to go ahead and do it. It will remain available. See? Contract available, so I could pick this up. Unlike the other one where it was like, no thanks, it just disappears. So, if you want to, like, think about which contract to take, it's better to do what I've done, which is negotiate it and then choose it. So, yeah, caveat emptor, so to speak. Anyway, let's go ahead and do it. And who's here for hire? Ah, he's got a boar spear. These guys are so outrageously expensive. One thing that also kind of annoys me is these guys that have the good background, they also often happen to have like a higher starting level, and it makes them just prohibitively expensive in the early game. And I wish that weren't the case, because, you know, if he was level 1, he'd still cost like maybe 1,000, but still, it just kind of, it's a bummer. You can't, like, anyway. Apprentice. Yeah. Anybody here I really want? The quick. This probably means that he has the quick perk. So, but I already have a cavern hand. I like to have different backgrounds for each guy just because. The flagellant. These guys are terrible. Lower hit points, etc. But on the other hand, got one word for you: cannon fodder. We don't need it yet, though. We're just doing an escort, so if we see bad guys, we're just gonna run away. And where are we headed? Up here. Click. Okay, push enter. There we are. Alright, so if we see any good opportunities for fighting, we'll take it. Otherwise, we're just gonna walk. So, enjoy the scenery. Yep. Alright. There's Dunninfest. There's the barracks. This is a good place to run to if you're getting attacked in the wild. Oh, there's a fight going on. Okay, we're gonna definitely... an orc warrior, that's bad news. But we got these caravan hands to operate as, you know, meat shields. So here we go. Okay. This could backfire horribly because orcs are no joke. Now, here we go. Advance. We're just gonna run in, like, all gutsy. Like I said, this could be like a terrible mistake. But that is the life of a mercenary when you're under my control. Now, these bushes hide him. I will talk about bushes eventually, because I will use them. There's an orc warrior here, and that orc warrior is going to be scary. Orc warriors are, yeah. And I did not equip an axe. I'll talk about him when he shows up. But that single orc warrior has the potential of killing everybody in my group. Just, yeah. Don't think that orcs are easy. They're very dangerous until you have good armor. That guy has a boar spear. It would be kind of nice if he died and I could take his boar spear. Don't know if that'll happen. We will find out. Somebody just got hit, and it probably wasn't an orc. Yeah, that's not good. There he is, too. I wonder if they already killed the... Yeah, they killed all the orcs. All that's left is the orc warrior. Not surprisingly. As I said, orc warriors are... Yeah. At least this guy's got some armor, but he's got no helmet, so... one unlucky move, and it's decapitation station. Here, with speak of the devil. Good luck, guys. Why don't you just try... Well, never mind. I was gonna say, why don't you just try hacking away his shield? But you know what? It ain't gonna matter. You guys are in a bad situation. Guys, I just want you to live long enough that I have a chance to, like, do some damage. And you know what? I'm sorry, dudes, but... Oh, we hit him! Of course we did pathetic damage. Let's take a look. Orc Warrior's head armor is hit for 21 damage. And that equals scratched. Like, 21 damage took only that much off. Arrows are not the best thing for taking out orcs. Or, well, orc warriors, I should say. Orc young, it's different, because they often run into battle, like, totally unarmed, without any kind of armor. But warriors, man, it's just, you just gotta beat them down, and they're not, yeah, they're not. Yeah, that wasn't gonna hit. See, I can run in there, but then he's just gonna attack my guys, because they're like, you know, it's like, who's this naked man attacking me? Because that's basically what my guys are the equivalent of. Oh yeah, okay, he's doing it now. He's trying to take down his shield. That would be nice. If I had been a little bit more on the ball, I would have switched my weapons over to, well, the axe for one. The two-handed axe wouldn't be a good idea because that just, there's no defense and he'd cut me down. But the flails would at least get over his horrible, horrible shield. Now, let's go ahead and just stab. Okay, see, very little damage, and the damage being done to my weapons is significant. Let's move closer. Okay. Good job, boys. Yeah. See, now we're getting there. But one hit from him, you're dead. So, yeah. Armed with a shield. There we go. Hit him in the head. You you're just gonna die. I'm not gonna move into zone of control yet. Alright. Okay, let's... I just want to get so that I can overwhelm him. I'm gonna put up the shield wall. All we want to do is get him surrounded and overwhelmed. So he can move there and put up a shield wall. The nice thing about the shield wall is there's an extra defense if there's somebody next to you with it up, and he has his up. So he's going to put his up as well, and then together they're going to give each other a +5. And I think we're going to try just shooting at point blank range. And hopefully not hit our own guys. That's going to cost a lot of fatigue, but 61% chance to hit. There we go. Good job. Good job. Yeah, we're going to get him now. His armor's gone, so... This guy's bleeding. The reason he's bleeding is because some weapons will do bleeding damage, and this orc cleaver that you can see here does that. So this guy is slowly bleeding. And his morale is also not very good. Whereas the orc warrior is confident. Surrounded by humans, and he's like, yeah, I got this. And not unsurprisingly, since I keep missing him. Okay, you guys just wait. I'm afraid you're gonna have to wait too. You know, I think he's gonna keep going after this guy because he has no shield. Like, this is the guy that's gonna be easiest to kill. So let's just okay, that's. I was gonna say, let's just keep hitting him. There we go! We broke his morale, yeah. Whenever you take hit points damage, your morale will suffer. Oh. Yeah, we got him! Hooray for us, but we got 0 experience. That sucks. That has been changed. That is different than it used to be. We got some tools, at least, and some strange meat, which we can eat. Hooray. Well, okay, so that did very little for us. Used to be you would get experience. I think maybe they've changed it, which is probably a good thing, so you can't just mooch experience points for doing nothing in combat. You probably have to kill somebody to get any experience points. That would be my wager. We'll find out. We need to pay attention to what's going on around us, though. So off we go. Tools, that's not bad, you know. Tools, they're like, you might poo-poo them until like when all your equipment's breaking, and then you're like, oh, I need my tools like right now. Looks like we're gonna go through the wilderness. That's fine. I mean, why not? Something terrible may happen, but if it does, it does. I really just don't want to be attacked in the woods or in the swamp. That's never fun. I'm gonna get ready to pause just in case too, because if anybody shows up, I'm turning tail. There is bandit hideout. We might get a contract to attack them at some point. They will spawn bandit raids, and when they do, I think these numbers in the bottom, in like a bandit marksman, many, etc., I think those will disappear, or will not disappear, but their numbers will decrease. So that's kind of interesting that they actually have a population. And I believe they'll even found new camps. I know they used to, so they probably do the same thing. Oh, good. That's a lot of guys. It'd be nice to hang out. Oh, okay, we made it. Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's nighttime or not. You'll always finish your contract. Sellsword, I was not sure you'd make it. Oh yeah? And why do you say that? The roads are rough these days, are they not? Whatever you got your pay, that's good enough for you. Crown's well deserved. Let's see if we make it in there in time to do some purchasing. We can. And we got a 1 skull contract and a 2 skull contract. Needless to say, we're going to take the 1 skull challenge. Another armorer. Again, everything is outrageously priced. I would like to get a heater shield. That would be nice. But, yeah. Yeah. Let's just sell this for 0 gold. Hooray. And the barber, I'll show what that does. You can like customize the way your dudes look. So, the fool, can we give him a little bit more foolish looking? Yeah. Make him look like a fool. There you go. Except, there we go. So that's what the barber does. Purely cosmetic. Who can we hire here? I wouldn't mind getting a bowyer, because he has a chance of making a really nice bow, and I haven't been able to trigger that yet. And the tailor also has a chance of making a pretty nice, well, it's not a bad piece of armor. And that's their, like, kind of special professional event. So, anyway, there's not anything here really that looks that great. Worth 65. Ooh, I've been eating the rotten meat. That's nice. Anything here? Yeah. No. I could sell this for 21. Yeah. I bought it for 68, but that's... I've been eating it, that's why it's, like, gone down. So yeah, it's worth 17 at the moment, and they'll buy it for 21. But the thing is none of this other stuff is particularly cheap. So, yeah. Oh man. All my food is going rotten. I think I need to sell it. Yeah, I'm gonna sell my fish. Eat the grain. I hope. Get rid of those sticks, because I don't care about them. And, we'll buy some bread. I'm not happy about buying it for more than it's worth, but I need some food. Okay. Let's check out this contract. A cowl-shaded man hisses at you, his teeth and nose winking momentarily from the dark of his hood. You've no time for lepers or jokers and demand the man to get out of your way. Instead, he starts talking. My master requires your services. He's heard of your exploits. Follow me, and I shall take you to him. The rest of your hands on the handle of your sword. You rest! Sorry. And I'm all ears. Reinhardt the Younger shoves a sizable crate into your hands before he or you even says a word. Look at that. The cargo I need delivering has already found someone to ship it off. What wonder? I need that taken to Hohenbrook. We've been there. Where a man by the name of Hartwig the Merchant is waiting for it. It may look small, but I'm willing to pay good crowns to be sure it gets there safe and sound. You interested, or is it a little too heavy for your arms? How many crowns are we talking about? 130 crowns when the contract is done. I want more on completion. Really? Okay, that gives me a little bit more. I think it was 130, and now it's 170. I accept your offer, and I accept this contract. Anybody here to hire? I think I just looked here, didn't I? Could get another beggar. I think I'm gonna be greedy and try to save up my money for somebody who is not terrible. So, yeah. Yeah, and there's no good stuff here either, is there? I could get a full Acton cap. I guess I'll go ahead and do it, and I'll pay extra so I don't use up my supplies. Okay. So, Wilhelm, Espen. Okay. 45 versus 50, you can have that. shall give you that. And this guy, the fool, will have the head cap. Guess that's appropriate. And let's go. Where are we going? That's right. I remember that place now. And darkness falls. And get ready to pause again because, well, the caravans, we just saw them leave earlier coming through here. You'll notice you move a little bit slower at night as well as when you're in the woods. And, oh my, we're going across the mountains, aren't we? Oh, it's dawn, so we could go ahead and stop in here and see if there's anything worth buying in here. That wouldn't be bad. There is very little in here. You'll notice this is a little cheaper than what they were selling it for at the last place. I am really tempted to buy this. It's not bad. The kite shields also wouldn't be too bad. They're a little cheaper. All the kite shield does is give you bonus range defense. And yeah, that's the thing is, you'll notice the round shields are 15-15, and so the kite shields give you more ranged for the same amount of melee as the wooden shield, and the heater shield gives you more melee defense for the same amount of range defense as the wooden shield. And typically, heater shields are nice also because they have 12 points of durability. Kite shields have even more. I think they might have changed that. The wooden shields only have 8, so like one axe hit will take them out. You know, I'm still gonna wait. I'm still gonna wait. Yeah, I'm still gonna wait. I just don't want to spend all my money on this stuff yet when I might need that money for someone else. Nobody here that I want either. Yep, let's go. Let's continue on our way. Gonna cross the mountains. Oh no, I'm sorry, we're not gonna cross the mountains. There's a pass. That's great. Oh, I should have saw if there was something cheap I could buy, maybe sell later. But whatever. Let's see. How are our provisions? Spoil in one day. Are you eating the bread, guys? Come on, don't eat the bread. I wonder if this will do anything. I don't know. Eat whatever, I don't care. Whatever. You guys are just gonna eat whatever you want. I can't do anything about it. At least, as far as I know, I can't do anything about it. Let me look into that later, but I've never known anybody to tell me that there's a way to prioritize what you eat. So... I was not sure you'd make it. Yeah, I've heard this story before. Crown's well deserved. And there's another contract. Weaponsmith. Blordy blor. Anybody good to hire? Probably not. The shepherd. And this is where we will cut for now and continue in the next episode.